Hey, what's up, everybody, and good morning, my friends. This is David Pendleton. I am back with you today with some more ultimate golf action. Gonna be a fun day, I think, because the last video that I put out, unfortunately, I didn't know my mic went out at the beginning of streaming, so there was no sound. But I went ahead and kept it posted because I wanted to show everybody my progress as a new player to, hopefully an experienced player down the road. So I had opened up and started tour number 6. And you can see here that I am pretty much more than halfway through. 382 of the 600 available trophies have been collected so far, so that's nice. We're going to play some Tour 6 today. However, we're going to play this tonight, but we're also going to play the Golf Royale event that's getting ready to start up here in just a few minutes. And the reason that I wanted to start here is because I wanted to let people know my strategy when it comes to these events, especially now that I'm in pro. But I've pretty much held the same strategy the entire time. If you look to click on to enter the event, you'll see it's going to cost us 6,250 coins to get started. Now we can win 37,500. These are all first place prizes. The country club points is going to be 30. We can earn 6 cruiser balls, 2 spider balls, and 3 high flight balls. If you take a look at the club cards, we can earn 36 common, 12 rare, and 2 epic. If you're looking for a way to build your coins and to build your ball inventory and to build your clubs, in my opinion, there's really no faster way to do it than these Royale events because, like I said, look at all these awesome prizes you can get here. Now, when it comes to my strategy, let me talk you through what you're going to see me do here while we're waiting. First, I start off with the cruiser ball. The reason that I start off with the cruiser ball is because I already assume that I'm going to make it to the final round, which I do. I mean, probably 95% of the time, I make it to the final round. Every once in a while, I have a dud out there, maybe on a T Royale or something, where I mess up and I don't make it. But way more times than not, I make it to the final round. So I start off with the cruiser ball for round number 1 and round number 2, because if you keep that in mind of what we can earn up to 6 of these back, okay? So on the final round, I will switch to the high flight ball because the high flight ball does give us a little bit more power. It does give us better wind resistance, and it's just going to be a better ball versatility-wise to use in the final round. And as long as I have a decent showing, I'm going to get my high flight ball back. So this Golf Royale event is going to comprise of 3 rounds. Whatever ball you use per round takes 1 out of your bag inventory. So for example, since I have the cruiser selected right now, that's what I'm going to use in round number 1. No matter how many shots I take, I only use 1 cruiser ball for that round. So if I take 11 shots in the first round, it only costs me 1 ball, okay? And I don't really worry about my score in round number 1 or round number 2, because it's just all about making it to the next round. For example, the first round here is going to have 50 players. It doesn't matter if you get first or 25th or anything in between. The only thing that matters is that you move on to round number 2, because your score is not going to carry over. Your score is going to reset to 0 from round to round, okay? So here we go. We're about ready to hop into it. I will also go over my strategy as I take shots as well. All right, here we go. Round number 1. All right, we're starting off with our wood clubs. So we're starting off with a very long distance. Here on the wood clubs, I do try to set my shot up a little bit. Now, pretty difficult, when you have 9-mile-per-hour wind here. I just kind of play by feel. But we're absolutely going to take that for the first shot, being from that type of distance. 2.7 yards. This is a long distance rough iron shot. On the majority of my rough iron shots, I do not move the target. I go for the quick fire approach. The only exception to that is whenever I am really far away. Now the approach you just saw right there, the quick fire approach, that is normally the approach that I go with. Now the sand is where I'm best out of, okay? This is a pretty odd sand shot, but oops, I accidentally let go of the trigger there. I pulled my finger away from the screen on accident. The sand is where I typically do best. I do take my time to set up my sand shots. But you saw me, make a mistake there and pick up 0 points. If that happens to you, don't worry. We're going to pick up 0 points here again. Don't worry, don't panic, don't start making bad mistakes, I should say, because you can still easily make it, especially in the first round. Just focus on making a couple really good shots and getting over that cut line, which you see here to the right of the screen. Right now it says I'm in 31st. If the round ended right now, I would not make it, but I'm going to get in there, don't worry. Now I'm just focused on getting every shot onto the green so that I pick up the points. Here's a sand shot. Hopefully I don't accidentally let go of the trigger again. There we go. All right, time winds down and we are safely on to the next round. Okay. So like I said, we move on, doesn't matter. 10th place is just as good as first when it comes to this. You don't get any extra prizes, you don't get any extra rewards for finishing with a high score in round 1 or round 2. That is all saved for round number 3. Here we're hitting out of the rough. I always take a look while the round is initializing where I'm at. This is going to be a quick fire rough shot. So the first thing I'm going to do on the quick fire shots is I'm going to apply max backspin, okay? You see how we have tailwind? I'm going to go with a little bit of underpower because of that, and then I'm going to let the shot fly. My hand slipped off again. I cannot believe this. That's all right. At least you're getting to see some mistakes here, and hopefully these mistakes don't continue. But that's going to be a no harm, no foul. I'll still make it to the second round. I just have to beat out half the field. There we go. That's the quick fire shot that I was trying to show you. Max backspin, and then whichever way the wind is pointing, I curl the opposite, okay? So if the wind is blowing from right to left, I just use right curl. And then I try to time it where I pull the trigger down as fast as possible and then release it about half a second later. Just like that. That time I did hit an ultimate shot on the quick fire approach, and sometimes you do that. That shot right there should get us close back to over the line, and it did. But once you get used to these quick fire approaches, you're going to be a lot better off for sure. Now, I typically only do the quick fire out of the rough. Like I said, the sand shots, I do set up my sand shots. If I'm long distance away with like my long iron or my, my wood club like this, I definitely take some more time to set that up too, because these are the more difficult ones to land on the green or get close to the pin. So I think, you have to take that extra second just to get it set up, just to make sure that you land on the green like this. And you can see now that we are safely moving on to the next round. So we're going to try to shoot this one as fast as possible, and then hopefully we can get back one more shot within these next 3 seconds, but it's going to be close. Nope, we couldn't do it. All right, my friends, now we head on to the final round. The final round is where we're really going to look to step it up, okay? The first thing I'm going to do here in the final round is I'm going to switch out my ball. I'm going to go from the cruiser ball to the high flight. That's going to help knock down the wind a little bit and hopefully get some of these shots a little bit closer than what we were in the first 2 rounds. But I didn't really want to use one of those better balls because the high flight ball is the best ball you can win on this particular reward system here. So I only want to use one of those. And then even if we don't get first place here, which we may not, we will see our return on an investment. and we'll talk about that here in just a second. So click my ball, swap ball, high flight, backspin, and shoot. There we go. I did all that and still got my shot off around the same time as the opponents, so that's good. Taking a shot here out of the sand. Ooh, we did not get any roll really to the right-hand side like I thought that we were. Still very close, within 3 feet. We'll take that. Here's the Atlas Club. Now, we haven't played with this one yet, so this shot here I'm not too confident with. I don't know if we're going to land on the green. Hopefully we do, just to pick up some points, and we did. And we're not going to get a lot of points, but it's better than getting 0. We only have 1 minute left. Right now we're sort of in the middle of the pack here, so not great, but not terrible. That's a really good shot right there. We'll take that. All right, another sand shot here. Great shot to the left again on that sand shot. Boy, we're going to get it super close. So that was the roll to the right-hand side that I thought we were going to get the first time we took that shot. This is the Atlas Club again. This is not really the best club here for this long-range shot, but that's going to end up being a really good shot. I'm surprised we're able to get it that close. That was good. Ooh, we were going to get 0 points here. We did not make it over that little hump. That was a good shot from that distance. We might have time to get one more off. And we did at the very, very last second there. We hit the ultimate shot. We'll come in pretty nicely, probably about 2 feet away, 2 yards away. I mean, yep, that's exactly what it was. So we didn't get first, but that's okay. We got second, all pretty close to first. But now let's take a look at our return on investment here and see how we did. So good job to you, Jabroni boy. We finished in second. So let's see what we have. Everything here is going to be a bonus. So 2 epic card clubs, that's a bonus, right? 12 drivers, that's a bonus, rare club. And look at that, 76 Bigfoot common club cards. Now, we just earned 3 high flight balls, but we used 1 in the final round. So we gain 2 high flight balls, we gain 2 spider balls, and we earned 5 cruiser balls, but we used 1 in round 1 and 1 in round 2. So we net gained 3 cruiser balls. And remember, it cost us 6,250 coins to enter the event, and we just got 28,125 back. So, and oh yeah, also 27 club points for your country club. So we take a look at all this, everything we received. It was definitely worth our time playing, as we finished with the 2nd place, and we earned a lot of inventory, a lot of great clubs, more coins, and country club points. Okay, I can give you a check-in on our country club as well. So if you don't know, I am part of the VIP Alliance, which is going to have some familiar faces on our country club team. You're going to notice some streamers in here and some other finger-flicking golf players. You might recognize their screen names. But there's Jared and Radu, Jason, myself, and Johnny. So you kind of see here as we go through the list on, who's pulling their weight and who's not. We are in competition with other country clubs, of course. If we go to the season here, you'll see that we're on season number 2, and we are in the Platinum division right now. 4 days left to get up there to Diamond. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, the one thing that I like about this is it does allow you to create some internal competition with your club too, because you can click on Club Challenge, and you can see here there's 3 different challenges. The first one is to score the most head-to-head points. You'll see here that I was the first one to score 1,500 head-to-head country club points, so I earned the head-to-head badge, right? Now, if you click on here, you'll see who's in first place overall. So since then, Bo has passed me up. We're kind of going back and forth for first place there. At the end of the season, that badge will be given out. Johnny earned the first one to 1,500 tournament points, and Jared is now in first place in that one. And then I earned the first one to be 1,500 Golf Royale points. and we're still holding first place overall on the team, okay? So that's a little bit of a look at our country club. Now let's go ahead and play a little bit of head-to-head tour play as we will continue on tour number 6. When it comes to tour number 6, I decided to start to use the cruiser ball. This is the first time in the game that I have not used the basic ball continuously in tour play. The reason that I picked the cruiser ball is because I'm starting to earn quite a bit of them through the Royale event, right? You just saw that we picked up 5 balls there, really 3 because we used 2. So, you know, that's not really a ball that I'm going to use in pro level tournaments. It doesn't give you any extra power, right? So if we take a look here, the basic ball, and then we go to the cruiser ball, there is no plus power stat. The only thing that we get here is a little bit of wind reduction, and we get 25% side spin. Now, when it comes to the wind reduction on tour number 6, it's not really a big deal. The wind is absolutely manageable with just the basic ball. The shootouts are definitely manageable, as the winds are even lower in the shootouts than they are in one-on-one play, it seems. The only thing that it really gives us here outside of that is a little bit of side spin, and sometimes it is nice to have some side spin, right? So that's the ball that I'm using now. Again, really just using this one because I'm not going to be using it for anything else, so I don't want them just to sit there wasted. Okay. So we'll use that side spin here. All right, we do hit the ultimate shot. Now, the one thing about one-on-one tour play, you know, is more times than not, the further you progress into the game, the more tiebreakers you're going to go to. You see here that our opponent is already in the hole. I'm in the hole, so now we're going to a tiebreaker. Pretty much it feels like almost every single time you're going to go to a tiebreaker, so it's really important that you get your timing down in the game and that you're able to hit that perfect ultimate shot so that your shot is accurate. And it's a really good idea to make sure you know the layout of each of the shootout holes so that you kind of get an understand of how your ball rolls onto the green and whatnot. Now you're going to see here, we take a look at this one, the green or the flag stick is right at the front of the green. That'll make this one a little bit more challenging, okay? I'm a backspin player, so here I go max backspin. And with this particular club at this level, I sort of just aim right at the pin. Now, we do have the benefit here that our opponent already went first, and they did not make a good shot. They are way pin high, so we're easily going to win this first game. Even with hitting a great shot, we're still going to be just fine because we're not going to get that type of rollout like our opponent did. 7 feet from the hole, I mean, that's a pretty far. You know, you're not going to win a lot of shootouts doing that, but we didn't really have any pressure from our opponent there. So you see, we do pick up the 100,000 coins, and then we picked up some country club points. I did not let it go far enough to see. Looks like we do have a challenge to play 4 head-to-head games, so we will definitely knock that out while we're here on this pre-recorded stream. For me, when it comes to, you know, the one-on-one play, especially on a fairway like this, look how wide the fairway is. I just like to go max overpower. I think the more that you do that, the better you're going to get at the timing, because when it comes to tournament play, you're really going to want to get as many yards on a lot of holes, especially the par 5s. So the more you can practice that full overpowered shot and try to land that needle right in the middle and hit ultimate, I think the better off of a player you're going to be as your time progresses. If you've never played ultimate golf before, I urge you to give it a try. It's definitely a really fun game. And also, if you take a look at the description below, you'll find my personalized link to download the game. It would really be awesome if you downloaded it, gave it a try. If you've already played or been playing, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite part of the game? How are your tournaments going? How's your country club doing? You know, any feedback, comments, concern, anything would be awesome to hear from everybody who's watching the video. That would be really cool too. And then secondly, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you find the content, you know, informative. and fun. I hope that you do subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and I hope that everybody could take a second there just to help me out and hit that thumbs up button to give the video a like. Alright, we are going up against an M&M connoisseur here, if you take a look at their picture. We're going to be heading to a tiebreaker again, so two head-to-head games here, 2 tiebreakers. We're going to be taking this one with our driver, so a little bit different when it comes to that. I still go with the max backspin. I'm going to try to back the target up here and see if we fall into the wood club category, and we do. This one's a little bit harder to gauge, right, as far as where to land at and how much spin to use. Because the thing is, we don't want to go too far past the pin. Our opponent made a good shot. I know they rolled past the pin a bit, but still, this particular shootout here with the pin location and kind of being caught in between clubs, that's not a bad shot at all from our opponent. But we did make a good shot there. So, 6.56 feet on that particular shootout with that club and that type of rollouts, we're going to take that. That actually worked out pretty well. We pick up 14 country club points. We'll see if we can get a rematch. Nope, they are out of here. So now we move on to the next game. All right, we're 2 for 2, everybody. That's pretty good. You can't beat perfect. So I appreciate the good luck you're all sending my way. I do like the Screamin Aces Golf Tour logo. I think that's pretty cool. All right, we're up against Dewey. Interesting par 4 here. Could try to have some fun and go for the green. Should we try that? Nah, we'll just lay up. Could have had a little bit of fun there and tried to go over that mountain. If I was probably playing without this being pre-recorded, I would have went for that shot as I find it fun. But sometimes if you don't hit ultimate, you're going to put the ball out of bounds, and then you're going to lose the game pretty much automatically. So I picked up quite a few losses making some dumb shots like that. Another situation here, we're really caught in between clubs. So we're going to have to go max backspin. And we're going to underpower this shot quite a bit like this. All we're trying to do is just lay up here on the green and putt in and go to that tiebreaker. That would have been a very difficult shot to figure out how to make. The one thing is when you get caught in between clubs on this game, it's a little bit more difficult to figure out what to do if you're in head-to-head play. If you're in tournament play, you can save your progress, exit out of the tournament, and go change your golf bag. You don't have that option in head-to-head play, so you just have to understand about, underpowering shots, which I did there, which can really help you out. So we are 3 games in. We're heading to our 3rd tiebreaker against Dewey, and let's see how we do, everybody. All right, so here we're with our driver again, and we are caught in between clubs again. We're going to have to take this one with our driver, even though we don't want to. This is bad luck, getting caught in between clubs this many times. I did go with just a tad bit of underpower there, but we're going to go way too far. Way too far. Again, that's just unfortunate that we were that caught in between clubs. I could have tried to play the bounce over shot with the wood club, but that would have required some topspin and a lot of time taken off the clock. So we're going to try to play one more. Oops, that's the wrong one. We don't want to play that one. We will play that one at a later time. But we'll just play one more here, and we'll finish out that challenge. The biggest thing I wanted to do is get on and give everybody my strategy, right, when it comes to the Golf Royale events. what balls I use and why, what my approach is on shots, and then I want to give everybody a little bit more progress on tour number 6 here with my microphone working. I will close out this tour off stream and then start to pick up on tour number 7 here sometime within the next week or so. That last shootout, I should have taken that with my wood club and tried to set the shot up that way. This doesn't happen too often, though, where you get caught in between clubs like that on shootout, so it's a little bit unfortunate that I've played 3 games here pre-recorded, and that's been, 2 of the 3 shootouts have gone that way. Here we are again caught in between clubs. I don't know what's going on today, but this is a little bit of an odd day. At least we hit ultimate. The only thing we're trying to do here is just make sure that we land safely onto the green and that we're taking that putt for the tiebreaker. All right, we're in. Our opponent has not putted yet, I don't think. There they are back there. They're putting, and they're in. So now we're tied. Now hopefully we pick up this win here. Get back into the winning column, which is always nice. So this one we got the pin located dead center in the middle of the green. Let's check our club here, make sure we're okay. All right, good. Good, we're gonna be okay this time. Our opponent hit the pin. Our opponent hit the pin on their shootout shot already. We do hit ultimate, so that's good. Get in the hole. Get in the hole for a hole-in-one. There we go, baby. That's how you get back in the winning column. Very nice. You know what? I think that's a great thing to end on there. A hole-in-one. We will go in here and pick up our daily challenge by playing the 4 head-to-head games. But we're back in the winning column. Let's go in here and see what we get for that. Go into our rewards. Daily missions. Awesome. All right, everybody. Hey, I hope you found the video helpful. I think it was fun ending there on a hole-in-one. I appreciate everybody who watches and supports the channel, and I will talk to you all next